tried to work it out. Hell, I wondered if we could. Now I'm feeling lost and so alone. Yeah, I'm bleeding, spinning way out of control. Well, you say you need your time, that you need your space. Oh, baby, I don't understand. All I got to say is, what about me? What about us? What about life, baby? What about love? What about all our hopes, our plans, and all our dreams? Yeah. What about me? Yeah, I'm drinking. All the rumors are true, really sinking. In a broken heart of blue. Well, you told me you still love me, but girl, how could it be? If you still want your freedom, then you ain't wanting me. So what about me? What about us? What about life, baby? What about love? What about all our hopes, our plans, and all our dreams? What about me? You say you're gonna go my way. Goodbye, goodbye, baby. Don't you worry about all these tears I've cried. These conversations with an open bottle of wine let me know that today I'll be alright. 'Cause we tried to work it out, too bad we never could. We had our ups and downs, now you're gone for good. So what about me? What about us? What about life, baby? What about love? What about all our hopes, our plans, and all our dreams? What about me? What about us? What about life, baby? What about love? What about Rice left home young and innocent, came back to protest signs. But he still wakes up screaming in the middle of the night, falls down upon his hands and knees, praying, God, won't you help me find peace of mind, that what I did was right. Back in '67, I was told to go and fight, give it all I had. Now all I wanna find is a country proud of a job I've done, and a little peace of mind. Well, she didn't win no medal, Red Cross upon her sleeve. It was her life's mission, helping those in need. She can still see their faces, finds it hard to sleep sometimes, as she lifts her hands to heaven, praying, God, won't you let me find peace of mind, that what I did was right. After 9/11, I was asked to go and fight. I gave it all I had. Now all I wanna find is a country proud of a job I've done, and a little peace of mind. So raise up your glasses and join me in a toast. I thank the man in heaven, there are those who gave the most. Be thankful for your freedom and the right to speak your mind. Just remember who you're hurting when you hold that protest signs. Give a peace of mind. Yeah. Oh, peace of mind. Now what they did was right. After 9/11, they were asked to go and fight, gave it all they had. Now all they wanna find is a country proud of a job well done, and a little peace of mind. Peace of mind. Peace of
Welcome. I'm Pastor Tim Hallett Jr., pastor of Birch Street Baptist Church here in Eau Claire. I'd ask that you all remove your hats, men, if you would, and we'll ask the blessings on this time together. Let's pray. Our Heavenly Father, Lord, we do thank you and praise you for all that you do for us. Lord, we thank you for our great country that we have here. Lord, we thank you also for the freedoms that we have in our country. And Lord, we do pray for the man that we're here to support, Mr. Trump. And Lord, I pray that you would just bless the elections. Lord, I pray that you'd I pray a hedge of protection around him. Lord, keep him safe. Lord, I pray that there would be no more attacks upon him. And Lord, I pray that righteousness would prevail. And Lord, I do pray for those that are here today, Lord, that may not know the Lord Jesus Christ as their Savior. Lord, help them to know that Jesus Christ died on the cross for their sins. Lord, that he shed his blood for their sins. And Lord, that he rose again the third day. And Lord, I pray that that simple gospel would penetrate even those hearts that are here today. Bless us time together. We'll be sure to give you all the praise and glory for it. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
How's everyone doing? You ready to make America great again? We start that in Wisconsin by saying the Pledge of Allegiance. And when we do that, we remove our hats and hold our hands over our hearts. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
My name is Christina Jager, and I would like to invite all of you to sing with me our great nation's national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night
Kilner from the band Coldwater Canyon, and you're watching RSBN, the Right Side Broadcasting Network, your #1 streaming source for all things Trump. You can find Coldwater Canyon's music on cdbaby.com and keep tuning in to RSBN. We'll be right here on the Trump train with you.
We're gonna make America great again. We're gonna make America free again. People have the power to vote that way. All you people screaming USA. We're gonna bring those jobs back for good again.
Wisconsin, Brad Courtney.
Hello, Claire. Got a question. First of all, do you know Wisconsin has not won for the Republican, Wisconsin has not gone for the Republican nominee since 1984. And I have a question for you guys. Are you going to help me change that and elect Donald Trump president? Who wants Hillary Clinton? Can't hear you. Okay, I need everybody's help. Take out your cell phone and text Trump to 88022 and you'll get information from the campaign. One more time, go to 88022 and text Trump. Then you'll get all the information. I need your help on a local level. The Republican Party of Wisconsin has set up 40 victory offices across the state of Wisconsin. It's going to be a very, very close race, and I need everybody else to be little ambassadors for Donald Trump. You need to talk to your friends, neighbors, and even your family people, and even your family members. Also, we have victory offices all over. Go to wizgop.org/volunteer and sign up. We have victory offices in Eau Claire, La Crosse, Hudson, Superior, all over the state. We need your help. So who's going to help me elect Donald Trump the next president? Thank you so much. And now it's my privilege to introduce to you somebody different. You all know him. He's our wonderful congressman from the 7th District. He's a rock star. Let's give a warm Eau Claire welcome for Sean Duffy.
Hey, hey, hey! How are you all doing? I just want you all to know Donald Trump is in the house. But I want to just talk to you for a couple minutes. Want to know if you guys know what Leah Dunham, Rosie O'Donnell, Miley Cyrus, Jon Stewart, and Alec Baldwin all have in common. When Donald Trump is elected next Tuesday, they're all moving to Canada. Yeah. That's what we call making America great again. Are you guys ready to drain the swamp? The biggest leech in the swamp is Hillary Clinton. And that family foundation that is laundering money for corporations and those foreign entities. How shameful. Listen, I'm so sick of the corruption, and I know you are too. But the fact that corporations and foreign entities can give to the Clinton Foundation and get special favors in the Clinton State Department, that's wrong. That she takes top secret information and puts it on a private server so she can get hacked. Foreign entities get access to that top secret information. The fact that she destroyed you have to elect Donald Trump for that. But that she destroyed 33,000 emails, and she actually took her cell phone and they used a sledgehammer to destroy it, ruining those emails so we couldn't see them. And then when interviewed by the FBI, she lied about it. Hey, think about what's happening in the news today, though. The fact that 650,000 emails were found on a great American's computer, Anthony Weiner. And I think with those emails, we're going to start to find the truth about what Hillary Clinton was doing in the State Department. But you know what? We're tired of crooked Hillary Clinton and her family corruption. I think one of the best lines of this campaign was snakes on a plane. Did you guys see that? That was in reference to Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch meeting on the tarmac in Arizona. Okay, one last point. Have you guys heard about the Donald Trump rallies and the violence? that the actual media was coming after you for violence. Have you heard those stories? And the fact is, we now find out through video evidence that it wasn't your violence, it was the Hillary Clinton campaign that was fomenting violence. Shame on them. We need a leader who's going to grow our economy, put us back to work, secure our border, defeat ISIS, and make America great again. And it's going to be all of us who do it together. Let's get to work, Wisconsin. And listen, you're going to see some polls come out in the Marquette poll. It is going to be so close. This is going to be a close race. Wisconsin matters. Your vote matters. Your work matters. Your door knocking matters. Donald Trump needs all of us to rally together and deliver Wisconsin in this election cycle. But listen, I got the honor and privilege to introduce to you one of my great friends and a guy who works in the Senate for us tirelessly, keeping us safe, trying to help with policies that grow our economy. Let's give a warm welcome to our U.S. Senator, Ron Johnson.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Eau Claire. Hello, fellow patriots. In 7 days, voters are going to go to the polls and they're going to determine the direction of America, the direction of Wisconsin. This is serious business. We cannot send career politicians back to the swamp that they created. That's what we're talking about. The Clinton email scandal just shows the corruption at the highest levels of government. Let's face it, we all know when you send an email, there's an account you send it to, right? You know, if it's a Gmail account or a Yahoo account or your company account. Do you realize President Obama was sending emails to ClintonEmail.com? People within government understood exactly what they were doing. The Clinton email scandal uncovers corruption at the highest levels of government, in the White House, in the State Department, in the FBI, in the Department of Justice. What Donald Trump is talking about, cleaning up the swamp, draining the swamp, is what we must do. Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp. Let me tell you what haunts me. Remember President Obama, right before he was elected the first time, said in 5 days he was going to fundamentally transform America. Now, I'm chairman of Homeland Security. Trust me, I could ruin your night listing the problems, the challenges, the threats America faces, the threats that aren't being addressed, the threats that and the problems that this administration has made worse. We need to address those threats. We need to fix those problems. Fundamentally transform America is not what we need to do. We need to return to our founding principles of a government that is here to protect our individual liberty. That's what we need to do. You know who's not going to protect your liberty? Senator Feingold and Hillary Clinton. If you're concerned about your Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms, we need to make sure that Donald Trump is appointing the next Supreme Court justices and that I am there to confirm judges, not super legislators. If you are looking for change, Secretary Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Russ Feingold will not deliver that change. They created the problem. They're the ones that created the swamp. We're the ones that are going to drain it. We are the change agents. Donald Trump and I understand how hard business is. We understand how much more difficult government makes us to grow a business and create jobs. We understand that. Fellow patriots, this is a fight for freedom. It's not somebody else's fight, it's our fight. So as Sean was saying, this is a razor-thin margin here. This is going to be a close election. the attitude I want you all to take over the next 7 days, because we've seen a presidential election decided by 537 votes and a few hanging chads in Florida. Next door in Minnesota, Norm Coleman won that Senate seat by a couple hundred votes. Somehow, Al Franken is serving his second term. So the attitude you all have to take, because we know it's in stake, the very future of this nation, the attitude you have to take is your individual effort. Your time, your talent that you contribute over the next 7 days is literally the effort that's going to save this nation. That's how close it's going to be. So again, this is a fight for freedom. It's not somebody else's fight. It's our fight. It's one we absolutely must win. So now it is my distinct privilege to introduce America's mayor, somebody who showed courage, who showed leadership in very trying times, Mayor Rudy Giuliani.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator. Thank you. Thank you. Could I have a little piece of that cheese, please? I'm hungry. Thank you. I consider Wisconsin the clutch state for Republicans. It's because you've got such great party leaders here in Wisconsin, and because the people of Wisconsin have always been known for their honesty and their common sense. And that's what we need now from the American people. We need a sense of, we want honesty in government, and we need some common sense about the direction of our government. You got a great governor, Scott Walker, unbelievable governor, pulls out victories out of the hat, one after the other. You've got a great senator in Ron Johnson, who understands the dangers that we face with terrorism and with drugs and with crime. He's a leader in the Senate who can deal with things like something Hillary Clinton can't say: radical Islamic terrorism. He's running against a senator who's probably one of the most naive and dangerous senators we've ever had. He was the only vote against the Patriot Act. You know how that made me feel after September 11? That act was passed right after September 11 to secure our country against an attack like another September 11. There was one United States senator who voted against it, Feingold. You retired him 4 years ago and he went and lived in California. That's where he belongs, in California. Anybody who votes against the Patriot Act. It's warmer. You do him a favor. Vote for Ron Johnson and send Feingold back to California. Donald Trump is going to change this country. He's going to change the direction of this country. But in order to do that, he's going to need Republicans in the House, in the Senate. He's going to need support. You can't change this country all by yourself. Maybe he can, I don't know. But it would be easier if he had Republicans in the House and the Senate. We can't allow her in the White House. We can't allow her in the White House. We can't allow another Watergate to happen. Because if she ends up in the White House, she's going to be under investigation for at least 2 years. You think all these emails and the ones that you think that's wait until they start investigating the Clinton Foundation. I can count about 22 crimes. I was a fast investigator. It would take me at least a year to get that one done. And then I'd put her in jail after I got it all put together. This is it. But we got to know what we're going to lock her up for, right? So this is the woman who approved uranium going to Russia. 20% of our uranium in Russia. You know why? Because her husband got a big fat speaking fee from the people who own the company. Because the Clinton Foundation got somewhere near $100 million from the company that profited from this deal, and Clinton's friends made hundreds of millions. And there's no quid pro quo. You go tell that to somebody who's stupid. Don't tell that to me. That's called bribery. I'll give you another one. UBS, big Swiss bank. They're hiding all these identities. The IRS is involved in an attempt to try to get those identities. UBS gives $660,000 to the Clinton Foundation. UBS gives a $30 million loan to the Clinton Foundation. UBS gives Bill Clinton a $1.5 million speaking fee, and Hillary Clinton gets on a plane, goes to Geneva, and asks the IRS to go easy on UBS. UBS, instead of ending up with the 56,000 identities they wanted, got only 4,000. Tell me that's not a bribe. I could prove that in any court in the United States, beyond a reasonable doubt, to any 12 honest Americans. Like that. I can't even go on, because if I do, we'll be here all night. Destroying 33,000 emails. Now she wants all the emails turned over. Why the heck did you destroy them if you wanted them turned over? Why did you bleach them with acid? I don't know. I don't even think the mafia does that, bleaching it with acid. If you wanted us to know what was on your 13 cell phones, remember she said she only had one, she had 13? That was like one of the smaller lies. If you wanted us to know what was on the 13 cell phones, how come you had somebody break them up with a hammer? Bang, bang, bang. Can you believe this? Can you believe this kind of conduct? Can you believe the way she imperiled our national security by having some secrets that not even Senator Johnson can read? Open on her private server at home, that if China is worth anything, they could hack in a second. The head of the FBI, who's in a lot of trouble right now, I guess, Hillary is now running against the FBI, not Donald Trump. I don't know, a week ago they loved him. Now he's the worst. Oh my God, he's the worst guy in history. Oh, they are after him so bad. This is like, like what they did to Monica Lewinsky and everybody else who comes after them. They're crazy, they're monsters, they're right-wing conspirators, Did you ever think what the problem is? It's the Clintons? Maybe here's the simple fact. They're crooks. And maybe it's finally caught up with them, right? Whitewater, selling the Lincoln bedroom, perjury by President Clinton. He was impeached. He pardoned Mark Rich, a notorious fugitive, by the way, who I prosecuted. I'm not so happy about that one. And the Rich family gave millions and millions of dollars to the Clinton Library, and Mark Rich gets pardoned. Never even went to trial. He pardoned the FALN terrorists so that Hillary Clinton could get the Puerto Rican vote in New York. I mean, this is every decade we got a scandal. We're going to put the scandal in the White House? I have a better idea. Let's put somebody in the White House that nobody can buy, nobody can control. He is going to fight for you. He is going to drain the swamp. We're going to get rid of all those swamp dwellers like the Clintons, like Feingold, all of them. And he's going to return government to you, the people, with lower taxes, your Second Amendment rights preserved, and a Supreme Court with judges like Antonin Scalia. Now, he can only do that if you get him elected here in Wisconsin. And he's got a tremendous supporter in someone that Wisconsin gave us, Reince Priebus. Reince is a great chairman of our party. I know what a great job he's doing. I know how hard it is because I've watched him close up doing it. And I was supposed to introduce him, so that's why I'm talking about him, but I actually get the honor to introduce somebody that I think you're going to remember really well. This is a real winner. This is a guy who knows how to win like Donald Trump knows how to win, and that's Bobby Knight.
Before he goes, hey, Mr. Giuliani, just stay for 1 second right there. That's all you need to do. And I want to tell you, I have never been very big on politicians, but I want to tell you, that son of a bitch is the #1 best man that was ever in politics. You had a chance to see the most honest and the best politician in American history with that man right there, folks. I got a question I'd like to ask you if you'd raise your hands. We got any referees in here? Well, we got any good referees in here? Well, I just wanted to check. Usually when I'm in anything like a gym, I'm hollering at the referees. I just wanted to see where they were. But here's a little thought for you. How many of you have been happy with the last 8 years? How many of you would like to see a big change now? Well, that's what Donald Trump is all about. He's here to change things the way we as Americans want things to be. And I can't think of a guy better than Donald Trump for that job. I really think, see what you think about this. I think going all the way back to George Washington, now than ever before, between now and George Washington, we need a Donald Trump. And I'll tell you why. Donald Trump is not just a national figure, he's an international figure. And I can assure you that Donald Trump will take care of problems. Now, Donald Trump, being national, international, he's had all kinds of business endeavors all over the world. He's raised jobs all over the world. This next president, whoever it would be, is going to have all kinds of problems because of those last 8 years. And more than anybody we can think to correct those problems, because that's what he may be the best ever in the world at, and maybe the most prepared person ever to take over the presidency, and that's Donald Trump. I'll tell you 2 things about Donald Trump that I can guarantee you. You know, I could never tell anybody that we could win this game or win that game, but I'll tell you about these 2 games that we can win. There will never be in a Trump administration anything like Benghazi, where 4 Americans, because they reacted slowly and apparently didn't care in this administration, allowed 4 great American young men to die. That would never happen in a Trump administration. The second thing that would never happen in a Trump administration is that there would never be anybody in that administration accepting money from foreign countries to put to their own pocketbook. How many of you folks have been in the military? Please raise your hand, those of you that have been in the military. Well, you know, I'm embarrassed I'm embarrassed to tell you that I was in the Army also, and I'm the least trained soldier in the history of the United States Army. I just want you to know that. But I want you to know this. All of you that have somebody in the Army, a daughter, a friend, a son, an uncle, whatever it might be, they are going to be taken care of in a Trump administration far better than anything remotely in the last 8 years. Donald Trump will be the best executive and the best friend our military has ever had. And he will not hesitate to tell them that and use them because of that. And I let that go with you because there's nobody that could compare with how he will deal with the military. And then, if you don't mind my saying so, and I hope you won't, I do have one last thing I want you to say, which I think covers a lot of things that we're tired of from these last 8 years. Let me conclude what I have to say. I told you about how much what I feel about Mr. Giuliani, the best. Let me finish what I have to say by simply telling you, as a coach now, you said things like this when you were coaching. Under a Donald Trump administration, ladies and gentlemen, there will never be any bullshit. Thank you.
Are you ready to win? Are you ready to win Wisconsin? Are you ready to elect Donald Trump and Mike Pence, President and Vice President of the United States? We're in a battle for freedom. Do you believe that? The same battle that founded our country, the same battle that James Madison fought when he wrote the Bill of Rights, the same battle that founded our party in Wisconsin, and here we are today in a battle for freedom. How many people here have been to the World War II Memorial? Well, I think, and that's really what this is all about. You go to that memorial, and you see those great quotes from Nimitz and Eisenhower and all those heroes from that time. And you walk up to that wall with those 4,000 golden stars. And every one of those stars, 100 little guys didn't come home to mom and dad. And then you look in front of the gold on the black granite, and it says, "Here we mark the price of freedom." Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump will fight for our freedom. Donald Trump will secure our border. Donald Trump will fight for a strong defense. Donald Trump will fight for a conservative Supreme Court. And Donald Trump will fight to make America great again. Hey, just look at the choice we've got. We know, and what we love about, we know Donald Trump is not politically correct. Look at Hillary Clinton, a person that can remember. She can remember every transgression, every quote, everything that's ever come out of Donald Trump's mouth. But when she was asked about something important by the FBI, something that actually matters in this country, 39 times she said, "I don't recall. I don't recall." She lies. And she lies over and over and over again. She lied when she said she turned over those emails. She lied when she said there was nothing confidential. She lied when she said that she was trained as a Secretary of State to do her job appropriately. And she said over and over again, I don't recall. She lied about the Clinton Foundation, and then she spent her time selling her position, pocketing money for her and Bill Clinton. How is it that she can talk about every business dealing that Donald Trump has ever taken part of? And she made $250 million. How? How did she do it? Because she sold her position. Here's the difference between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. You know that Donald Trump and Mike Pence will tell you the truth. You know that Donald Trump and Mike Pence will protect the Second Amendment. You know that Mike Pence and Donald Trump will protect our military veterans. And you know that Donald Trump and Mike Pence will protect the sovereignty of the United States. Who here wants another 4 years of a Barack Obama-style government? Who here wants 4 years of Hillary Clinton in the White House? Who here wants to elect Donald Trump and Mike Pence and make America great again? And you and I know something special about Wisconsin. We've all been through it many, many times together. The Wisconsin miracle, the Wisconsin turnaround. In 2010, we did it together. And then you did it again and again and again, re-electing the greatest governor in the entire United States of America, along with Mike Pence. Our governor in Wisconsin, please welcome the greatest, Scott Walker.
Good evening, Eau Claire. It is great to be back in the Chippewa Valley. Thank you all for coming out to support the next President and Vice President of the United States, Donald Trump and Mike Pence. You know, Donald Trump and Mike Pence are going to turn things around in this country. They're going to take over and shake up Washington like nothing we've ever seen before. That's exactly, they're going to drain the swamp. You're right about that. And in contrast, think about that. Well, we're going to send them to Washington to drain the swamp, to turn things around. In contrast, their opponent, Hillary Clinton, well, you know, there's a lot of things I disagree with Barack Obama on, but I have not questioned throughout his time his fitness for the office of president. I've just fundamentally disagreed with him. Hillary Clinton, on the other hand, I believe is unfit to be president of the United States. I mean, think about it. This is someone who lied to the American people. She lied to the American people about her emails that put our national security at risk. Hillary Clinton is unfit to be president of the United States. This is someone, Hillary Clinton, who lied to the families of the fallen heroes in Benghazi, and told the families of those loved ones while standing next to their flag-draped caskets that a video was responsible for their deaths when she knew full well it was not. Hillary Clinton is unfit to be president. And this is someone who continues to fail the American people by not telling the connection between the Clinton Foundation, its donors, many of whom were from foreign interests, and her time at the State Department, where many of those same interests had business before the State Department. Ladies and gentlemen, Hillary Clinton is unfit to be president, but we need your help on November 8th to make sure that doesn't happen. In fact, For any of you at home watching right now, maybe some of you out there are teetering and you don't know which candidate to vote for. Think about what came out last Friday. Think about yet more of those emails. Emails that have untold troubles in them. You know, she told us, we're not going to lock her up, we're going to defeat her on November 8th, and that's the most important thing we need to focus on right now, because this election is about the future. This election is about the future, and Hillary Clinton has showed us time and time and time again that she's unfit to be president. Now, in contrast, Donald Trump and Mike Pence know how to shake things up. This country needs a turnaround. We need a U-turn to head in the right direction, and that's exactly what we're going to get with a President Trump and a Vice President Pence. In fact, think about it. We know pretty well about how to turn things around here in Wisconsin, don't we? I mean, think about if we had a Republican in the White House, a Republican majority in the House, and a Republican majority in the United States Senate. Think of the things we could do, and that's exactly why, along with Trump and Pence, you got to make sure that Ron Johnson, a manufacturer with Wisconsin values, goes back to the United States Senate. Because you know the guy he's running against, Senator Feingold, remember him? He served 18 years in Washington. In 18 years, you know what his major accomplishment was? He was the deciding vote on Obamacare. We fired Senator Feingold 6 years ago. We're going to send him back home again. He doesn't belong in Washington. He belongs in California, wherever he's teaching these days, right? Because we need leaders who are going to repeal and replace and fix Obamacare, not make it worse. Hillary Clinton and Russ Feingold would make it worse. And you know, the only thing I'm going to say bipartisan today is I agree on this point with Mark Dayton, the Democrat governor from Minnesota, who said the Affordable Care Act is not affordable. Heck, even Bill Clinton, in a moment of clarity, said it's the craziest thing. It's the craziest thing. It is. And the last thing we need is Hillary Clinton and Senator Feingold making it even worse and raising our health care costs even more in this state, in this country, which is why we need your help on November 8th. We know for sure that with a White House with Donald Trump in, a House and a Senate controlled by Republicans, there's no end for the good that we can do for this state and this country. And we know it well here in Wisconsin. Because think about it. 6 years ago, when everything was controlled by Democrats, all of you here and others across this state said we need to make a change. And you gave us the privilege of representing you as the governor and the Assembly and the Senate. We took a state that in 2010 peaked out at 9.2% unemployment. And just last month, what did we go down to? 4.1% unemployment. There are more people employed in the state of Wisconsin this year in 2016 than there have ever been in the history of this state. And that's because common sense conservative reforms work. If they can work here, they can work anywhere in America. And with Donald Trump and Mike Pence, they're going to work to make America great again. And so we're thrilled that you're all here tonight. Thank you for coming out. But I need your help. We need your help. We need your help. Here in Wisconsin and across America, we need your help. We need you to commit, not just to put up signs, not just to wear hats and banners and shirts, but between now and next Tuesday, a week from today, we need you to get out and talk to people you've never talked to politics about before, people you work with, people your kids go to school with, people you're in a club with, people you're in the veterans post with, people you go to church with this Sunday. You need to talk to people and get out of your comfort zone and tell them why this election is so important, not just for you, not just for me, but for our children and our grandchildren and generations to come. Are you willing to go do that between now and November 8th? If we do that, I am convinced here in Wisconsin and across this great country, we're going to wake up a week from tomorrow, and we're going to realize that we, the people, spoke, not the people of Washington, not the people in power, not the political elite, But we, the people of America here in Wisconsin, across this country, said once and for all, we're going to take our government back. We want to make America great again. And the man who's going to lead that charge, not just in this election, but as the next president of the United States, is here with us tonight in the great state of Wisconsin. Please give a warm welcome to the next president of the United States of America, Donald Trump.
Thank you, everybody. So we have thousands of people outside, but rather than wait, let's get started, right? They have over 4,000 people. They're going to be coming in as we speak. But I think we get going right now. Is that correct? They're being checked out. I want to begin by thanking the great Wisconsin leaders who are here with us today. Chairman Reince Priebus, who gave a very inspirational speech. Senator Ron Johnson, I hope you're all going to get out and vote for Ron. We're going to repeal and replace Obamacare. A great athlete, people don't know that, great athlete and a wonderful guy. He's been with me right from the beginning, Congressman Sean Duffy. And your party chairman, who's done an incredible job. We all know Brad Courtney. Thank you, Brad. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. A special thank you to Governor Scott Walker, who has done a fantastic job in Wisconsin. And I want to tell you, I ran against him. He is tough. He is brutal. I want to be very respectful. He is one tough cookie. So, to Governor Walker, I want to thank you. Tremendous, tremendous competitor. And we're with him forever. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Most importantly, I want to thank all of you here in attendance today and everyone who is part of this magnificent movement to make America great again. And that's what we're going to do. In just 1 week, we are going to win the great state of Wisconsin, and we are going to win back the White House. It's going to happen, folks. A lot of good polls out there today. We just got one. We're 7-up in North Carolina. 7-up. North Carolina. We're way ahead in Florida, way ahead in Ohio. Wow. We're doing great. Ohio and Florida, we're doing great. Iowa, way up in Iowa. We're getting tremendous help from Governor Branstad. We're sort of way up everywhere. You know, they were saying Texas is going to be close. It looks like Texas is in play. Guess what? Total blowout. We love Texas. We love Texas. We're way up in Georgia. That was another one. They said it looks like Georgia might be in play. Guess what? We're way up. So that's the way it is. I also want to thank some of our great people that were here tonight. Mayor Giuliani, who is incredible, and he's been so loyal. And how about Coach Bobby Knight? He did pretty well against you folks, but we still respect. We want winners, right? We're on the cusp of something incredible. Historic change that transfers power from a failed political establishment and returns that power to our families, communities, and citizens. It's going to happen. Real change that begins with immediately repealing and replacing Obamacare, a total disaster. Total disaster. It's just been announced that the residents of Wisconsin, congratulations, are going to experience a massive double-digit premium hike. You know that, right? I'm not going to tell you what it is because I want you to leave here happy. I don't want you to be depressed. But don't worry about it. We're going to get rid of it, so you're not going to have to worry about it. In the great state of Arizona, premiums are going up more than 116%. They're not too happy. More than 3/4 of the counties in Wisconsin are losing Obamacare insurers next year. Lots of luck in your negotiation with whoever's left. In Minnesota, where premiums are going to be increased. Who's from Minnesota? Whoa. Wow. Wow. Whoa. Great. Great. That's so nice. Look at that, man, and you look fantastic. He says, Minnesota cancer patient for Trump. You're going to get better, okay? You're going to get better. You're going to get better fast. You look beautiful. That's cool. And you know, we just had news that in Minnesota we are doing fantastically well. I didn't know we'd have so many people. That's great. Well, we're going to do a job for you. The premium increase will be close to 60%. You know that. 60% in Minnesota and a lot higher following. So that's pretty bad. The Democratic governor has just said the Affordable Care Act in Minnesota is no longer affordable. Premiums are surging, companies are leaving, insurers are fleeing, doctors are leaving, and deductibles are through the roof. Other than that, it's a wonderful thing. Many Americans are now paying more for health care than for their mortgages or their rent. A first in the history of America. First time that's ever happened. Obamacare is a disaster. It's a total catastrophe. Yet Hillary Clinton wants to double down on Obamacare, making it even more expensive, and it still won't work. I'm asking for your vote so we can replace Obamacare and save health care for every family in Wisconsin and for every family in our country. Real change. Thank you, everybody. That's so nice. You know, this is a movement like has never been seen in this country before. And if I said that, and if it weren't so, those extremely dishonest people, the media, the world's most dishonest people, horrible people, untruthful people, they would be saying, he said this, he said that, he said this. Let me tell you, they are extremely dishonest. And yet we're leading. With all of the dishonesty, we're leading, and I think we're leading big. And I think on November 8th, it'll even be bigger. Real change also means restoring honesty to our government. As you know, the FBI has reopened its investigation into Hillary Clinton. This is the biggest scandal since Watergate. And now it's been reported that there are FBI inquiries probing virtually all of Hillary Clinton's inner circle. She wants to blame everyone else. You know, somehow I think that Obamacare is not going to be her biggest problem. Does that make sense? She wants to blame everyone else for her mounting legal troubles, but she has really no one else to blame but herself. Hillary is the one who set up an illegal private email server to shield her criminal activity. You know that. She knows it. Hillary is the one who engaged in a corrupt pay-for-play scheme at the State Department. Hillary is the one who endangered national security by sending classified information on an insecure server. Hillary is the one who lied so many times to Congress and to the FBI. 39 times to the FBI. And each lie, each time she said it, remember, she said, sorry, I don't recall, 39 times. Well, each time she said that was also a lie, and I'm not even including that. Hillary is the one who made 13 phones disappear, some with a hammer. It was Hillary who destroyed 33,000 emails after receiving a subpoena from the United States Congress. After. And she is also the one, this just came up recently. By the way, if that were Reince or me or somebody, it would have been the biggest story in the world. She also accepted debate questions given to her in advance and then used them to cheat against Bernie Sanders. Instead of reporting this terrible breach, right? Instead of reporting this terrible breach of ethics to the public or to somebody, she used, you notice they keep talking about Donna Brazile. Well, Donna Brazile cheated. And frankly, she should resign from the DNC. She was just fired from the network. She should now resign from DNC. Think of that. Can you imagine if Reince got the questions for a debate, gave them to me, and they found out? You know what it would be? A double electric chair, right? Front page. It would be front page on the New York Times, the Washington Post. It's hardly covered. Can you believe it? To me, it's such a breach. You know, being a student, being a believer in so many different things, to me, it's such a breach. She got the questions and didn't report. Nobody even talks about that. They talk about Donna Brazile, but they don't talk about Hillary. Hillary got the questions in a debate against Bernie Sanders, and she didn't report it. It's real cheating, and it was hardly covered. But we know the answer, so get out and vote on November 8th, remember. Hillary is not the victim. The American people are the victims of this rigged and corrupt system in every way. And this is your one chance to change it. It's your one chance. I don't think you're going to have another chance, folks. We have an election coming up. You're not going to have another chance. In 4 years, you can forget it. If she were to be elected, it would create an unprecedented constitutional crisis, and the work of government would grind to an unbelievably unglorious halt. She is likely to be under investigation for many years, probably concluding in a very large-scale criminal trial. In a newly released email, John Podesta has been caught saying, we have to dump all of those emails. Can you believe this? That's WikiLeaks. And he also said, to me this made a big statement, John Podesta, I tell you what, if he worked for me, I would fire him so fast. He is such a nasty guy. I would fire him. Like The Apprentice. John, you're fired. Amazing. Nasty guy. He's a nasty guy. He's a nasty guy. But he said, you know, you don't like to say bad things. You work for people. He said, Hillary has bad instincts. Bernie Sanders said she has bad judgment. She's got both. They're pretty similar when you think about it. As it also turns out, one of the top Department of Justice officials, the Assistant Attorney General, is a close associate of Podesta. The two met for dinner after Clinton testified about Benghazi, and Podesta described him as the man who kept him out of jail. Works for the Justice Department. Has our country ever had a situation like is going on right now? Have we ever had anything like it? This is a good time to make an important public service announcement, because a lot of things have happened over the last few days. This is a message for any Democratic voter who have already cast their ballots for Hillary Clinton and who are having a bad case of buyer's remorse. In other words, you want to change your vote. Wisconsin is one of several states where you can change your early ballot if you think you've made a mistake. A lot of stuff has come out since you voted. So if you live here, or in Michigan, or Pennsylvania, or Minnesota, those 4 places, you can change your vote to Donald Trump will make America great again, okay? She is not going to make America great. She will never make America great. The Clintons are the sordid past. We are the bright future. And I say we, it's we. I'm a messenger. I'm only a messenger, remember. I'm only a messenger, but you have to say I'm doing a pretty good job as a messenger. Yeah. But I'm the messenger. My contract with the American voter begins with a plan to restore honesty and accountability to our government, finally. I want the entire corrupt Washington establishment to hear and heed the words we are all here to say. When we win on November 8th, we are going to Washington, D.C., and we are going to drain the swamp. You know, I've said this before, but it was very interesting, because when I first heard the statement, I said, give me a break, I hate it. I said, all right, I'll give it. I said it, the people went crazy. Then I went to a rally with 18,000 people. I said it, they went totally crazy. And then I said it again. This has only been going on for about a week and a half. And now I love it. I love the statement, and it is very accurate. It is very accurate. At the core of my contract is my plan to bring back our jobs. Right now, 70 million American women and children live in poverty or near the brink of poverty. That's so true. Can you believe in this country? 43% of African American school-age children live in poverty. 32% of Hispanic school-age children live in poverty. This is our country. This is unacceptable in America. I will fix it. I will fix it. I will fix it. I've been saying a lot, and I've been saying and speaking very openly about the inner cities and saying to the African American community, the Hispanic community, I've been saying, what do you have to lose? It's such a disaster. What do you have to lose? Thank you. We're going to fix it. We're going to bring back great schools. We're going to stop the crime. The crime is unbelievable. We're going to bring back your jobs. What do you have to lose? We're going to fix it. As your president, I will go into the poorest communities and work on a national plan for revitalization. We will replace decades of failure with generations of success. We're going to have generations of success. America has lost 1/3 of its manufacturing jobs since Bill and Hillary's NAFTA. You know about that. 1/3 of your jobs. You know, we have a highway, one-way highway, right into Mexico and these other countries. They get the jobs, they get the plants, they get the money, we get the unemployment and the drugs. Not a good deal. That's going to be changed around, folks. It's going to be changed around. I mean, you listen to this where America has lost, oh, we're going to build the wall, don't worry about it. We're going to build the wall. That's not even close. And Mexico's going to pay for the wall, and they understand that. They understand that. America has lost, listen to this because it's impossible. I've been saying for 2 weeks, I just got this stat. For 2 weeks I've been saying, oh, that's a typo. That's some kind of an error. Can't be possible. America has lost 70,000 factories. 70,000. I thought they meant 700. I said, you have a mistake here. Maybe 7,000. America has lost 70,000 factories because of politicians that don't know what they're doing or they're controlled by their special interests. Since China entered the World Trade Organization, another Bill and Hillary-backed disaster, we are living through the greatest jobs theft in the history of the world. That's what's happening to our country. We're being treated like we're stupid people. We have leaders that don't know what they're doing. We have leaders that don't have a clue. It's the single greatest jobs theft in the history of the world. That's what's happened to us. Hutchison Technology laid off 411 workers right here and moved their jobs to Thailand. Honeywell laid off 974 workers making printed circuit boards in Chippewa Falls. Their jobs, but you won't be clapping for this, their jobs went to China. This is a federal problem because Scott and these people have kept so many places, but it's very hard. It's very hard because we don't fight with our real tools, meaning you make your product, you want to come back, not going to be so easy. You're going to pay a nice big fat tax on that product coming in. TTM Technology laid off 166 workers, and most of them went into Mexico and other places. Lots of jobs going to China, lots of jobs going to Japan, lots of jobs going to South Korea, and unbelievable numbers of jobs and plants and factories and everything else going into Mexico. The Trump administration will stop the jobs from leaving America, and we will stop the jobs from leaving Wisconsin. We'll work with your governor, who is a great, great governor, and we're going to stop it. We're going to stop it. The theft, and that's what it is, of American prosperity will come to a very rapid end. From now on, it's going to be America first. A Trump administration will renegotiate NAFTA, and we will stand up to foreign product dumping all over, currency manipulation, and all of the unfair subsidy behavior that's going all over our country. Makes it impossible for our businesses to compete. They'll be competing very soon. We will also immediately stop the job-killing Trans-Pacific Partnership. That will be a disaster. As part of our plan to bring back jobs, we are going to lower taxes on American businesses from 35% down to 15%. We're the highest taxed nation in the world. we will become a rich nation again. But to be a rich nation, we must also be a safe nation. In Chicago, 3,664 people have been shot since January 1st of this year. Can you believe that? That's worse than the places you read about and see in the Middle East. These are war zones. We have places that are more dangerous. In Milwaukee, homicides have risen to the highest level in more than 20 years. Nationwide, murders have experienced their largest single-year increase in 45 years. You don't hear that from the dishonest media. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that they're there for one reason. They want to protect certain people like Hillary. It's getting hard to protect her, fellas. It's getting very hard. Getting very, very hard to protect her. Getting very hard to protect her. She's out of control. A Trump administration will work with local and federal law enforcement to end this growing crime wave. We have a crime wave. Every child in America has the right to grow up in safety and in peace. And we will also keep you safe from terrorism. Hillary Clinton wants a 550% increase in Syrian refugees flowing into our country. Who can even believe it? Her plan would mean generations of terrorism and extremism spreading in your schools and throughout your communities. When I'm elected president, we will suspend the Syrian refugee program. We have no choice. And we will keep radical Islamic terrorists the hell out of our country. A Trump administration will also secure and defend the borders of the United States. And as I said, and as you know, we're not playing games. Yes, we will build the wall. And the fact that it's 110 degrees in this room, I don't care. Think of it as a sauna. This room was not designed for this many people. Think of it as a sauna, and to use a sauna, you have to pay money. We get this for nothing. We've received the first ever endorsement from our ICE and Border Patrol officers. First time they've ever done it. 16,500 great, amazing people. They tell us the border crisis is the worst it's ever been. You've been reading about it. It's a national emergency. It's the worst it's ever been right now. You know, you try and get some stats. They don't want to give you the stats. The worst it's ever been right now, just about as bad as it gets. Hillary has pledged totally open borders. There goes your country. Which truly would mean the destruction of the United States in a true sense. The immigration officers warned in a letter when they endorsed me that Hillary's plan is, quote, the most radical immigration proposal in United States history, and that it would, quote, lead to the loss of thousands and thousands of lives. As Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton allowed thousands of the most dangerous and violent criminal aliens to go free because their home countries very intelligently would not take them back. They don't want to take back murderers, drug lords, gang members. They say no. And let me just tell you something. They would bring them to their country would say no, get them out, bring them back to the United States where your leaders are stupid people. Bring them back to the United States. Let me tell you, that won't happen, whether it's 4 years or 8 years. That won't happen once if I'm president. Not once. One such criminal was set free on Hillary's watch. Went on to kill a young American girl, a fantastic young woman named Casey Chadwick. You probably read about her. The killer, who had already been convicted for shooting a girl in the head previously, and who people were begging to incarcerate or send out of our country, should have been sent home. Instead, he was set free and stabbed Casey in the face and neck 15 different times and stuffed her body in a closet. People were begging that he be sent out. Well, we're going to make America safe again, believe me. That's one of many. That's one of many. So many different stories. Hillary also strongly supports sanctuary cities, like in San Francisco, where the incredible Kate Steinle, incredible young woman, was killed in her father's arms by a 5-time deported illegal immigrant. A Trump administration will cancel all federal funding to sanctuary cities. We will deport all criminal aliens, stop the drugs from pouring into our communities, and we will end this long nightmare of violence like we've never seen before. We will also repeal the Obama-Clinton defense sequester and rebuild our badly depleted military. We have no choice. We have no choice. That includes great support for nearby Fort McCoy. I'm honored to have the endorsement of more than 200 top admirals and generals and 22 Medal of Honor recipients. It's a great group. Nobody has like we have. Whether it's law enforcement, the military, the veterans, and we are going to take care of our veterans, folks. Our new foreign policy will put America first. Hillary brought disaster to Iraq, just total disaster, to Iraq, Syria, Libya. She empowered Iran, and she unleashed ISIS with the great void that was created. By the way, her and President Obama, the campaigner, I call him the campaigning. He ought to focus, instead of campaigning for Hillary Clinton, where he's probably now got a conflict in campaigning for her, he ought to focus on bringing jobs back to our country, focus on getting rid of ISIS, focus on lots of other things. Now Hillary wants to start a shooting war in Syria, a conflict with a nuclear-armed Russia that could, frankly, for all we know, could trigger World War III. For what? Hillary and our failed Washington establishment have spent $6 trillion on wars in the Middle East that never end and that we never win. Remember that. They never end and we never win. And now the Middle East is in worse shape than ever before. We could have built our country twice. We could have rebuilt the United States with $6 trillion. We could have rebuilt it twice. They've dragged us into foreign wars that have made us less safe. They have left our borders wide open at home, and they've shipped our jobs and wealth to other countries. To all Americans, I say, it is now time, finally, for new leadership, for change. Thank you. In closing, just think about what we can accomplish in the first 100 days. We are going to have the biggest tax cut since Ronald Reagan. And she is going to raise your taxes substantially, remember. We are going to eliminate every unnecessary job-killing regulation. We will cancel every illegal Obama executive order. There are plenty of them. There are plenty of them. There are plenty of them. We will rebuild our military, and we will take care of our great, great veterans. We're going to take care of them. They've been treated terribly, terribly. Our veterans have been treated terribly. Thank you. We are going to provide school choice and put an end to Common Core. We're bringing our education local. We will support the great men and women of law enforcement. That'll take place quickly. The National Rifle, you know this, right? The National Rifle Association, NRA, endorsed me, the earliest endorsement they've ever given to anybody running for president. We are going to save our Second Amendment, which is totally under siege. We're going to save our Second Amendment, folks. And appoint justices to the United States Supreme Court who will uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. Hillary wants us to think small, wants us to believe things can't change, and wants our lives to revolve around Washington, D.C. I am asking you to dream big, to push for bold change, and to believe in a movement powered by the people and by their love of this great country. I'm tired of politicians telling Americans to defer their dreams to another day when they really mean another decade. America is tired of waiting. The moment is now. There has never been a movement like this in our country's history. There never will be again, perhaps. But we have to take advantage of it on November 8th. We're going to turn things around, and rapidly, and rapidly. All we have to do is stop believing in our failed politicians and start believing in each other and in our country. There is no challenge too great and no dream outside of our reach. There is not. There is no dream outside of our reach. Don't let anyone tell you it can't be done. The future lies with the dreamers, not the cynics and not the critics. Hillary Clinton has been there for 30 years, and she's accomplished nothing. She's just made things worse. She is the candidate of yesterday. We are the movement of the future. We are. We are. Our movement represents all Americans from all backgrounds and all walks of life. We are asking for the votes of Republicans, Democrats, Independents, and first-time voters, of which there are many. There are many. We are asking for the vote of every American who believes truth and justice, not money and power, should rule the day for our country. And I've been on the other side, and I understand the other side. Perhaps I understand it better than anybody else, but I love our country, and I saw what was happening to our country. And I made the right decision, because boy, did I become an outsider quickly. That I can tell you. We are fighting for every citizen who believes that government should serve the people, not the donors and not the special interests. We are fighting to unlock the tremendous potential of every American community and every American family who hope and pray and yearn for a much better future, and it'll happen. With your vote, we are just, listen to this, after all of this time, 1 week. 1 week, do you believe it? This started on June 16th. June 16th. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I will not disappoint you, that I promise. That I promise. You won't be disappointed. This great movement started on June 16th of last year. And now we're 1 week away. Think of it, 1 week from the change you've been waiting for your entire life. 1 week away. So on November 8th, go out. Don't disappoint yourselves, your families. Don't worry about me. We have to do it. We really have to do it. Because together, we will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. God bless you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Studios, we thank you for joining us this Tuesday evening for Donald Trump in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Good job, Martin, there on the cameras. We're very, very excited to be able to be at all 3 Trump rallies tomorrow in Florida. We are burning up the campaign trail. Going to be at every single Donald Trump event between now and November 8th. We're going to be there. We're going to get our cameras in Trump Tower for election night. It's all because of you. We need help. Please help us to recover some of this that we've been spending so much money lately. It's crazy. Remember, we're not a big company. We're just a small little country town from Alabama. That's where we're from. We're just a few guys who, well, there's 12 of us now, but we rely on outside donations. So if you wouldn't mind, help us please, rsbn.tv/donate. Now we have a special treat for you right now. If you'll turn it over to the other channel, Mods, if you don't mind posting the link. We are currently airing Trump Tower live right now, live from Trump Tower, the War Room in Trump Tower in New York City. We are live now on YouTube and also Donald Trump's Facebook at facebook.com/Donald Trump. So if you would make your way over to the live stream of Trump Tower Live, you'll just click on the right side broadcasting link there at YouTube. You can see it on the page Trump Tower Live playlist there. You should see us live now. Please join the gang there at Trump Tower Live. We got some special features coming up for you. I want to thank everybody for your support. It's amazing. We've been getting so much mail, letters in the mail. Promise you we read them all, and something special will come your way. Please bear with us, though. We are so swamped right now because it's November. You know, we got 1 week to go, and so we're putting everything we have into this. And then we're going to roll out a new phase of Right Side, and we're confident that you're going to be happy with it. So please help us. Donate to us, rsbn.tv/donate. Share our links with all your with everybody on Facebook, Twitter, social media. Tune in to the Wayne Dupree Show tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, coming up right after Trump Tower Live. So thanks, guys. We're going to sign off, and we'll see you back tomorrow. We'll be live from 3 rallies in Florida and Miami at noon Eastern Time. Then we're going to Orlando at 4 Eastern Time. And then we're going to be in Pensacola tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Central Time. So make sure that you guys join us. And if you're at any one of those events down in Florida, you need to come find us. We'll have a crew. One crew is going to do Pensacola and Miami. One crew is going to do Orlando. So if you see us, see the guys with the right side hats and polos on, please come say hello. See us. We'll put you on air. Thanks so much for the support. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. For now, I'll turn over to the Trump Tower live feed going on right now on our YouTube channel.
This is Dave Kilner from the band Coldwater Canyon, and you're watching RSBN, the Right Side Broadcasting Network. CDBaby.com and keep tuning into RSBN. We'll be right here on the Trump.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, please turn over right now to the Trump Tower Live, which is going on right now on our YouTube channel, and also Donald Trump's Facebook if you'd rather watch it there at facebook.com/Donald Trump, or you can just go to our YouTube page and scroll down the page. About midway, you will see a playlist that says Trump Tower Live, and the first one there will say Live Now next to it. So click on that and come see. We have General Flynn on right now, actually, on the show. So if you want to join us and check that out. Thanks again for listening. I'm going to end this stream here very soon. Hope you all see you over at the Trump Tower stream. All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap the stream up now, and thank you for tuning in. Please watch Trump Tower Live. We got General Flynn on right now. You go to our YouTube channel. Mods post the link there. You'll see it there, Trump Tower Live. We are live right now. We'll be going for another 20 minutes or so and then wrap it up until the Wayne Dupree Show at 9 o'clock. And then tomorrow's a full day of rallies right here on RSBN.